I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah, I guess we can go a little bit off script and just continue to talk about the public hearing that we can have it one right after the other. But like I said, we're going to do our resolutions tomorrow about it.
You just want to give for the public a quick little synapse of like what we're referring to?
We're talking about the essentially the intermunicipal grant between the town and the village, the community block grant, the CDBG, and the regulations that we have to perform in order to meet the requirements for applying for the grant. So the town has the requirements, the village has the same requirements about public hearing, and town has a requirement for lead agency, and that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. And Linda, I think Nancy, your question was that can we have a public hearing on the same night? I believe it's yes.
Yes.
So we can set the date for, Mike, you were saying a non-meeting.
Probably that'd be the easiest, most efficient way, yeah.
And then you just adjourn yours, we wait 15 minutes and start ours up.
Right.
I just think it's beneficial maybe for the people. They get to hear kind of the same information, but it's a lot to digest.
Yeah, it is. It's very thick. We both got the booklets that we have. And by the time, so we'll, like I said, we'll do ours, and once everybody has a chance to review, it's all pretty basic and straightforward. Like I said, more of it's not a commitment, it's a formality, the resolutions that we're going to do, and the same for the village.
So you guys do a resolution, and then we do a resolution at our meeting?
Yes.
Like a similar?
We have a sample, which would tell us, I didn't print the whole thing out. We have a sample where they gave us all the information, the public hearing notice and all of that. This would help both of us in the fact that it's going to look at the I&I that goes into the storm sewer, sanitary
Both
sewer.
town and village, yeah. So
Right.
we'll still need the Barton and LaJudas study that I talked to Bill about it today. I'm sure our engineering firm's going to want to see it, and I'm sure Barton, LaJudas, and LaBerge will be working together on it. Yeah, because those are the three issues: the I&I from the town, the I&I from the village, and the wastewater treatment plant. So it gets pretty complex, the going for the grants, because we also have some regulations around the lift stations. And at our meeting tomorrow, Scott Siegel will be coming down. Ben Seiden couldn't make it. Just in case there's further questions, more detail from the town or the village, if you want to show up, that'd be great tomorrow if you have any further questions.
You said Siegel will be coming?
Yeah, I talked to him today.
Now, we'll do our public hearing next Tuesday at our
No,
meeting.
we're going to wait till they said theirs, and we're going to try to do it on the same night. But we have to pass a resolution first, which that we can do Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Yes.
Got it.
So after tomorrow, I'll probably call you on Friday, and we'll just start coordinating dates once you guys have a chance to review.
Understood.
Are there any restrictions in the
So many
guidelines?
steps.
Do that?
Wednesday's a good day.
No, not.
And we could ask Rich and see if there are any issues with that. I don't see why there would be, as long as
Yeah,
one's closed and one more opens.
Right.
I mean.
Yeah, we
Should-
talked
should-
about it already.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had confirmation from engineering firms, from Ben, from Rich.
Okay.
Actually, Rich had one question, and, pretty new to this.
That seems easy enough.
Yeah. Okay, that takes us right to youth employment. Linda, was
Yes,
that
sir.
your suggestion?
Yes, so for youth employment, we've been asking youth to be able to put their application in for the Raven Academy for this summer. That's going to be at Peterby. We have 8 slots open. 1 is for a head counselor, and the other 7 will be for their counselors, but they're actually going to be acting in small groups and as tutors for the young children, the 1st to 8th grade. So right now we have very few applications compared to other years, but we did put a restriction on there that they had to be 15 years old and have finished sophomore year of high school because we need mature youth to be able to be there. And that was a request that we're filling for the school district. So far we have people that seem to be qualified, and if we only get 8, then we can fill all the jobs at the same time, which is great. And we have our head counselor position filled, and we only have, like I said, 7 more to fill. So the applications, they sounded good, so we should be okay with this.
And you can fill the applications online this year.
Yes.
It's a fillable
Right,
form.
they can do it online, they can drop it
And
off.
submit it, yeah.
Right, they can submit it. They're due by this Friday, the 13th.
Yeah, the 13th is the deadline.
Yes,
I did hear it this morning on the announcements at school, so
they
hopefully.
did
yeah,
ask the
yeah.
guidance department.
Yeah.
Yes,
Good.
which is good.
Yeah.
Yes.
They announced to fill it out.
Yes, they said if you're interested in summer youth employment, you have to be, the criteria.
All that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what's so good this year is we did give them criteria. Like last year, we didn't have criteria, and we had over 100 applications.
It was not good.
And out of all of them, we had maybe 20 that qualified, and all the rest were just, I don't want to tell you where they came from. So, yes, but it's good. This year's really good, so I'm
15 and having finished sophomore year.
10th grade, yes.
Honestly, I found that information really interesting from last year. That many applications, a lot of them were younger, and some of them were actual adults. So, I mean, just for anecdotal evidence for me, it made me think that there are adults out there that are willing to work for $17, or what was it, 14?
No, it's 16.
$16 an hour,
Right.
and that there are a good majority of like 8th graders that want something to do in the summertime. So we really should kind of
Look
put
into
together
Yes,
summer programs for next year.
for
That-
younger youth.
I know Choices is back. Did you know that, Linda?
Oh, were they?
They are.
Yeah, because who's the young woman that comes to the pool all the time and she's homeschooled? I was talking to her mom. She lives right across from the village office. And she's starting July. She gave me the date, and she was hired by Choices.
By
Where are they
Choices, by
working?
cooperative extension, that's who oversaw
Yeah,
Choices.
she said, yeah,
And where are they working at?
at the pool as a cleaner.
No,
They
where
used to
is
do
Choices?
Choices
I don't know. I
headquarters.
don't know where their headquarters was. The mom
Wonder if
didn't
they're
have
back
very
over
many
in
details on it, but she
Or if
got
they're working
hold
at
and she said they got a call and she's starting to work.
That's great.
And if that continues, that gives more opportunities for 14. You know, because she's 14.
Wow,
Yeah, I was surprised.
I don't know anything about that.
She came up to me and she said, "Yeah, my daughter's working at the pool, and I just hired everybody." And I was like,
It could be,
"No, she
could be
isn't."
through Albany County Youth Department because that's who does the hiring.
Maybe.
The payment for youth that they
Maybe,
would recruit that used to go through Choices, so possibly.
maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think they've relocated here, but
I
they
don't
do
think so.
supply employment.
Yes, they could still
They-
pay,
they
they
search for
could still
employment.
subsidize employment for youth 14 and up, yes.
We get them
And they
through
would
the
have a
garage,
person.
too.
They would have a person that would oversee it, check them in
Yes.
their site, and then bring their paychecks to them. That's the process, usually, I don't know if it's the same.
Yeah, I don't know.
So is this program, the summer program, the same as last year, pretty
It's
much?
a little different. The difference is that it is not, it's camp oriented. It has more academic input for the students and to support them. And so I don't know, most people, Mike might know this, in the summertime, students usually lose about 3 months of their education.
Mhm.
And so this is to prevent that from happening. So the students were picked to be able to be in the programs. It wasn't an open.
They were invited,
It was
yes.
for,
Yeah.
students that might have more needs so that they could keep up with the academics that way.
Yeah, Brian and Bailey had said it's strictly remedial academics, not first come, first serve, because we don't have the COVID funds anymore.
Right. It's a different funding source.
So, yeah, and we tried to go out for that. We missed the deadline on the, for the COVID fund. Well, not for COVID funds, but to fund it, but the Discovery Camp was upwards over $300,000.
A lot of
So
staff.
that's going to take quite a bit of planning for whatever summer program that we can come up together. I think the town and village could work together in a great capacity for that for next year, next
Yeah.
summer.
I mean, I think, obviously the format's changed a little bit, but I think it's still good, like you said. I mean,
Oh, it is.
Kids who, would fall behind the 8 ball possibly a little bit over the summer. It keeps
Right.
them structured, it keeps them on task. So when they get to the next level, the next grade, they're
Yes.
sort of at the same level as their peers.
Right.
And catch up
The
on
students that-
Sure. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
it's going to benefit a lot of kids, and
Right.
more of your at-risk kids as well. So it helps them out. Rising tide lifts all boats.
It'll still be fun. They're
Yeah,
still gonna
sure.
make it
Yeah.
fun. They'll still have
Structured,
great
school
great
setting.
activities for them. Yes.
So we are still, we meaning the village, are still contributing to that.
Yeah.
But through the A fund.
Yeah, so real property tax for the town collects about 1.7 million. You guys pay about 445,000, so that's almost exactly a third. It's about 32.23%. So that's a third. So yeah, you do contribute.
Thank you.
Well, we might as well use the money we give to the town as taxpayers, so.
For a
Yeah.
good cause.
It's a great benefit, investing in the future,
And so, Caitlin, you mentioned the Friendship Festival.
Yeah, things are going well. We have about 40 vendors signed up. I have all the kids' stuff secured, except for the pony rides. She hasn't gotten back to me about that. Really, what we're going to need help with is the day of. Like, that's what I'm struggling with, is half of my crew is not going to be, plan a vacation on the last Saturday of August, sir. I have
It's really
a
the
shortened
fourth
crew.
Saturday, not the last.
So I definitely need volunteers the day of and help. That's kind of the biggest thing right now.
And what volunteering for?
It would be like running the kids' activities. It would be helping me with vendors, signing vendors in, checking on vendors, parking. It would just kind of be like, I can't be in every place at once, so having point people kind of throughout the park would be helpful. Helping running like the face painting pavilion. So nothing like strenuous or crazy. But I just need help. that's
Yeah, that kind of dovetails with I met up with Joan Radley and Carol McDonald, and they had done flowers at some point, and I asked them if they wanted to be in the. I wanted to create a committee for the 250 celebration that's coming up, and then I thought, well, maybe we should just create a celebration committee because, the village seems to be really on point with that. Where the town would love to collaborate and get volunteers for that. So volunteers for Friendship Festival, not just town employees or elected officials, but residents, anybody.
I would.
So we'll put that online and
I
start.
did give all the volunteer information to Brian Bailey. He said that he disseminated it to the guidance counselors and the volunteer organizations. So if kids that are looking for even a community service hours for next year, I would be willing to sign off on that for, they could be ahead of the game going into school. That's always a good way to kind of get people
I
in.
think that I'll talk maybe tomorrow or the next day. I'll talk to, I think Gloria Foley at the high school, like National Honor Society.
Yeah.
Probably the best bet, like the younger kids, 11th graders who maybe want to help out throughout the summer at certain things like this. So when they get to their hours before they even get to school next year. So I'll talk to her tomorrow and see.
It doesn't have to be all day. I mean,
shifts.
An hour,
Yes.
usually about 2-hour shifts.
Right.
I try
Okay.
not to make it too crazy.
It's not a hard day, it can be a fun day for them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know who I'm gonna ask is Rebecca Flack, because I don't know if you guys saw that she got a group from Abounding Love and Helpful Harvest on a sunny weekday and went out and cleaned garbage.
Oh, nice.
They couldn't, it's rained every Saturday, so she picked a day and they went and did a couple streets for us.
Nice.
So that's great, and she said they're trying to do more kindness in the community.
I like it.
So, and they're adults, pretty much. So I'll ask her if she has anybody who would like to help and put her in touch with you.
And it's part of their anniversary celebration.
Oh,
That's
yes.
what they're doing, yes.
And they're having an ice cream social. You're going next week. You're going with me the end of the month.
Who's got the anniversary, Linda? Who's the anniversary?
It's Helping Harvest, I want to
Oh,
say.
their anniversary?
It's their 15th. year anniversary, I believe.
Really?
Wow.
Already?
Wow.
15th. I want to say 15th, I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure it's the 15th, yes.
So she's got a group of volunteers
It's a great
already.
idea, yeah, donate their time.
They did a great job.
Caitlin, are you in contact with Candace McHugh?
Yeah, Candy, she's been coming to, she's
Okay.
been to one of our meetings.
Okay, because I know she did a great job. You and her, sort of,
Yeah,
pulled together to,
yeah, her
work.
daughters decided to go to college, so she won't be there that day.
The audacity.
Yeah, I know.
Great.
Yeah, no, we have a meeting on Monday,
Okay.
so Candy will be there, Tina will be there, and hopefully Yvonne Shackleton is another person
Yes.
on my committee. She's in Guam right now, so hopefully come hang out after she gets back.
Maybe Annette wants to volunteer that day.
Maybe I'll man a table for the Democrats.
Megan also, did she call you?
Oh. No, I will call Megan.
She,
I know.
While
you
we're
texted
on
me.
events, are you done with the festival? Were you done
Sure.
talking about that?
One more thing, we're on the festival. I know Candace did send out an email to all of us. I don't have it on my phone, it's too far back, but I think last year, didn't we contribute like $3,700 to the bungee thing?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Candace sent that out, and I think we all, majority agreed that we want to do the same thing this year, so.
Thank you. 'Cause that was a big attraction last
Yeah,
year.
it was, a lot of kids
Love
enjoyed
that.
that. So I'm not sure how the funds get dispersed, but we'll have to, when
I
you're
think
needed, we'll get that to you.
she just took care of it through the town.
Okay.
So that was just kind of like you guys
Perfect.
took care of it, and then
Okay, we already paid it. Okay, well, great.
Good.
yeah, the kids loved that last year.
That was a good one, yeah.
But before, and just to interrupt Nancy, before we move on from volunteers, so Moose said he was volunteering for a recycle day here, and I'm going to be at the highway.
That's right.
Candace is she said she'd be here as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and I'm gonna probably, wherever I'm needed, I can come for a couple hours, probably.
I can be there in the
Candace is
morning.
here with, I think Moose said he'd be here as well, right? Moose,
Yeah.
Bill?
Yep.
So I'll probably go to the highway with you then, so we have 2 and 2?
Yeah, I had done
Right,
some
people
reach out to
driving in.
Dan to see traditional.
And where to drop stuff.
Probably no big deal.
Usually electric station all the time.
Yeah.
That was a.
Steve, what hours do you need people?
It's 9 to 1, so
Okay, so
I'm just gonna be at the highway from 9 to 1, and you said you could do a couple hours.
I can do like 9 to 11:30, because I have a sporting event for my son, so.
you said Bill's gonna be here,
Bill and Candace are here right
and
now.
then we can maybe have,
I can come down
More?
for an hour or two.
Yeah, 2 more come towards the tail end, or.
Linda's gonna be doing washing machines with
Oh,
me
yeah,
out
yeah,
by the
I'm
highway.
loading, I'm Do this,
We got her in the forklift.
I want to do
I like
that.
to jump in the truck.
I'll be right
I looked at your email, you're like, I did my time.
I did my time, yes.
I'm feeling my knee.
I will bring refreshments, but I am not loading, unloading, dumping. Your husband came one year, I remember dumping all his stuff in the truck.
Yes,
We don't have anything this year.
good, no.
Yeah, I think the whole point too is just to have a couple, familiar faces,
Oh, yeah.
just
And you need the
there.
help, you do need the help,
Sure, you do,
Yeah.
really
right.
do, oh, yeah.
You do.
You need the help,
There
yes.
would be somebody here that kind of sets up the flow
Yeah.
of traffic or
Right.
whatnot.
So they usually, well, I only did it on, when they had it on 144, across from the port, but we didn't get a lot of bogged down traffic. What happens is when they're trying to unload somebody and move them up so they can get their stuff in a truck, you want to make sure the other person moves up so that you can get more
So you're
people.
just
in if
kind
you
of
need
doing
to.
this.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
kind of have to keep order. We didn't get glutted, so it wasn't like we had big traffic holdup or anything.
We could put cones where they come this way, and that way
Yeah,
a
so they
line
know
can
which way to
form on the
go.
street.
Yeah, you just need enough
People to unload.
Your face has to be everywhere.
everywhere, furniture and everything.
Yeah.
So when you're lifting a couch, think of me.
We will. Yeah.
So there will be somebody maybe from the highway department to say which way traffic's gonna.
Yeah, we
They'll
put
tell you, yeah.
some cones and a
Yeah.
sign, enter here, exit there. I think that makes sense.
It's here? Yeah.
There's one here and
Right, one here and one out.
Well,
Last time it wasn't.
Right up there, but there's one at the
Highway garage.
department. The highway department has one all the time too.
And then one here for the village people if they don't wanna go all the way out there.
Right.
And the hamlet.
That's such a hard, long
Well, it's a
drive.
long.
Yeah, you really want to serve both community. I mean, similar
both
community,
areas,
but
yeah.
geographically
Right.
different.
Both areas.
Okay, Nancy, you had something?
Well, I figured if you're on celebrations, mark your calendars for July 25th because we are going to have a block dance.
Oh, great.
And it's, I think, from the interest I'm seeing, it is mostly, I know we're a varied age group here, but it's
People who remembered it back in the day. I
our
guess.
age group versus teenagers.
They're gonna be playing sixties music.
Oh, gee. I'm saying it's probably going to cater more to 60s, 70s, 80s versus teenager music.
Oh.
Because some of you that are sitting here remember when we had block dances in the old basketball court behind Ravena Firehouse.
Not when I was growing up.
I didn't grow up here.
So we want to bring that back. So we're going to have it on the old courts behind Ravena Firehouse. If it rains, we can always set up inside. It's not going to be anything fancy. We're going to have a DJ. The firehouse is going to they're working on having food available if people want to buy food, and they're working on having cornhole set up if people want to do that as well. But and it's free, so there's no alcohol, there's no vendors. It's just simple. Come, hang out, dance, have a good time.
Nothing formal, just show up,
Yeah.
socialize.
So, I mean, it might be nice if we.
Yeah, I like the idea that you're doing village-wide garage sale and then recycle day, and I really think maybe we can coordinate, because I've been talking to Tom Sweeney, and they finished the Capitol at the Chimney, and we'd love to do an ice cream social or something there, sort of on the heels of the block dance while energy's still high.
Yeah, do it the next
Maybe we
week.
can just kind of collaborate on that bit.
It's only 7 to 10. It's not a long, night by any means, but
That's my bit.
yeah, I know. Well, that's why we cut it at 10. We just want to see if it'll fly.
Yeah,
It
that's a
seems
good
like
idea.
we've gotten a lot of positive feedback. It just actually got confirmed for sure tonight because I didn't want to tap into village money or town money or ask anybody. So I had to nail down one donor to give me $300 for the DJ.
Yeah.
And I got him, so.
Good.
I would like to bring back the idea of the pool party though, because they did a couple pool parties, not in the last 2 years, but those were always a blast, and the kids had so much fun. We had
Something for the
that
younger.
limbo line that one year was wrapped around the pool. It was so cool. So maybe something like that next summer for doing another big pool party. We did it for when it was
It was
the
anniversary.
fire department's 125th
Yeah.
anniversary. We did it.
And
That
we
was
did it
last
for the
time.
pool party.
And the 50th.
50th.
Yeah, but I don't know, just maybe bringing that back next year or something, since we're doing the towns, adding into the pool funds and stuff. So that would be, I don't know, it'd be fun. The kids love that.
Like it.
I liked it. It was awesome. We had a DJ. We just had DJ. We had beach balls the kids were playing with. We had some organized kind of cannonball jumping in kind of contest type stuff, and then we did just some fun games and had some food, and it was just fun. But I just haven't had the manpower or the mental power to do it in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it takes.
So just put that on your radar for next year.
Jasmine can do it.
Yeah, Jasmine can help.
Yeah.
We could, sort of market it. It was my daughter had all the second graders were at Geralman today, and it's really fun to see all those kids playing like that. So I think that the pool party would be somehow we could market it for. I don't know. I'll have to think about it, but that's a great idea.
All the fifth graders were at Mosher on Monday when it poured all day long. They were loving it, but I was thinking about.
The parents were cursing when they got home, muddy clothes. Yeah.
So they didn't care.
No, kids don't.
They didn't.
No, they don't care.
One of the second graders.
We have a
Oh yeah, I bet.
celebrate.
The one this one
That's it.
walks right into.
Leave it to the kids.
1776.
We could have some kind of patriotic
Some
party or
right.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, remember the bicentennial in '76, so that's 50 years.
Yeah, kind of dovetail it in with the 250 coming up with the
Yeah.
wall. The wall ship's coming.
Look at us, just fun people.
I know. It kind of goes back to the celebration committee. I mean, we should pull one together.
You're looking at it.
That one too.
Yeah. No, I mean
no.
that works together. Town Village Celebration Committee, I think, would be great.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'll start promoting that.
I would be all about that. Thank you.
There it is. Okay, where does that take us? Well, we already discussed the CDBG grant. Well, did we just fly through that? Anybody else have anything else?
Is that it?
I was just thinking, we haven't talked about in a while the sidewalk project. Is that what's going on with that? I know we talked about prior, and I'm not sure.
The DASNY grant. So I gave that to LaBerge ages ago, just to start to look at. But there are so many projects that we're doing. The wastewater treatment plant and the I&I issue is right at the top of the list for the town and the village because it's been a problem for ages now. So it's the DASNY grant is still there, and I could reach out to Ben to see if there's another department that may take a look at that. But as far as I understand, Wholesome is still would like to donate concrete.
Okay.
I was gonna say
Village in the town that Moose said the village would be willing to cooperate with the town to do the work. So with the cement and the work, the majority of that grant would probably be engineering because it would go from Mountain Road to the new town offices possibly, or maybe just to the idea at the time was the circle. We were looking at doing a circle there. That's a heavy lift though, so maybe just to Yazzi's. That would probably be, when I sent it to them last year, it was from Mountain Road to the new town offices. Because a lot of people walk to Silver Spoon, things like that, so we really need some sidewalks there.
Brook.
Right, yeah. And you see people walking 9W, and it's,
Yeah.
you need to have a sidewalk on the east side.
Sure.
So.
We probably want to do it before Wholesome changes their mind about donating the cement.
We have a good relationship. Dave's a good guy. Actually, I just sent them an email on something unrelated the other day, so they should be getting back to us. It's been a while. We're about due for a meeting. I think there's a CAC, but it's on the 19th. At Wholesome, they have that breakfast where people come. It's more of just coffee, but you didn't. Yeah, you should. I didn't. A couple times back, I didn't get one. I just show up. Nobody kicks you out, but I'll take you. We can go and do that. Yeah, but definitely we'll keep that relationship going too. But is there?
And are we okay with, I know we had sat down with Bill and I, Keith, Joey Burns, you, and we went over some of the sewer stuff. Is everybody on board with what we kind of decided about a couple of the reoccurring bills?
So if I'm not mistaken, so the one was the gas, right? Like the gasoline for Keith. And what did we say? We said, obviously the village takes up like 75%, and then the town takes up the other 25%. So just can you remind me, Nancy, like what?
I thought we came to, you had suggested 10%, and I said no. It's.
Well, I suggested 25.
No, you said 25.
Yeah.
I said 10, because the truck that Keith uses, he uses 8 hours a day at his job, and he did confirm that he only goes to Albany twice for anything related to the plant that involves us. So it's like, well, why are we paying 75% of all of his gas?
Yeah, it's very small. It's 18 miles round trip. He goes to Adirondack Labs and back, and
And plus he goes, out to Jarvis Road and down to Riverview
Right.
and all around.
That's
So
why-
anyway,
that's why
I thought we had agreed on the 10.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that everybody
is comfortable with it.
Is okay with that.
Well, it's been presented a couple different ways at the board meeting, so I don't think anybody's really agreed on anything.
Yeah, the last
Better
time,
hurry up.
no, well, the last time we did the 10 cents is when Regina sent out an email
Right.
to the board, our board, and said, we need an answer before March something, whatever it turned out to be, because we had to reconcile the books. The accountant needed that information. So in the lack of any input, we just went with the 10%. I mean, Keith was going, you know what, it's so minimal, it could be 0. And I go, well, let's just go with what Nancy presented, 10%. That's, I think, reasonable for both parties.
And I think the only other change that was put into effect was bottled water
Yeah, we just-
that they buy.
Yeah.
We said, we already give you processed water from the village. Why are we gonna pay for bottled water for you to drink? Turn on your faucet.
It's good water.
I mean, seriously. So that was when we said,
Yeah,
we can't understand paying for that.
that made sense too, yep.
That was more like a luxury than a necessity.
And like Steven said, we sort of passed it because we want to get the books reconciled, and I think, soon we should have another conversation and just see, or take a temperature, see what we all want to do, and then make a final decision once and for all, so we can just have it down pat and
Just
not
put it
keep
to
going
bed.
back and forth,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So, we should have that talk in the next couple of weeks, I would assume.
It's almost budget time anyways.
Yeah, right.
We'll be looking at
Yeah.
all the numbers again
Yeah.
soon.
But yeah, I mean, that's something we'll look into for sure and get an answer. Anything else?
Right.
Ron, you got anything?
I'm good.
Is it good? Wow.
Question?
Public comment time?
Not yet.
All right. And I make a motion to close the workshop.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good work.
Do bedtime. I was thinking, I'm not gonna see him before he goes to bed. Now I get to see him.
Your town board meeting can be that quick, Ron.
Yeah.
Well, your town board meeting. Well, good.